Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing really well in this pandemic situation. And I believe that you also are really safe and sound at your home. Thank you everyone for encouraging and watching my videos. Welcome to my channel, Sarin Maitri, yours educational mentor. Today we are going to study about a topic called electricity. Let us see this new topic which has really influenced the entire mankind and the world. Let us see now few topics, few concerned content regarding the electricity. So first of all, electricity. What is electricity? Electricity is first of all it's a branch of physics which is mainly related with the charges. It means that it is related with the study of charges. So firstly, it is a branch of physics. It's a branch of physics which, and then the next one is a study of charges. Study of charges. So first of all, electricity is a branch of physics and it is a study of charges. So let us see now how to calculate and how to differentiate different kinds of electricities due to the charge motion or with respect to or by the virtue of a charge. So now with respect to this charge, the electricity is being concluded or else it has been divided into three different types. The first one is called as types of electricities. The first kind of electricity is called as an electrostatic, or it is also called as static electricity. It is the first kind of electricity. Then the second kind of electricity, it is called as an current electricity. Current electricity. And the third kind of electricity, it is called as an magnetism. The third kind of electricity is called as an magnetism. So now here, the first kind of electricity is an electrostatics or a static electricity. The name itself, it tells that it is an electricity which is mainly due to immobile charges, or else it's an electricity mainly due to charges at rest. So it's an electricity due to charges at rest, or simply I can write it as immobile charges. It's an electricity due to immobile charges. The study of immobile charges is called as a static electricity. Then the second one, current electricity. It is an electricity which is mainly due to motion of charges. So it is an electricity due to motion of charges, or else we can even it called as due to mobile charges. Mobile charges. Mobile means here motion or the movement of charges. It's an electricity which is due to movement of charges, and that electricity we call it as a current electricity. Then the third kind of electricity is called as a magnetism, and this electricity is mainly due to spinning of charges. Spinning of charges. Spinning of charges, okay, electrons or else charges. So see here now, whenever an electron is moving from one point to another point, it doesn't move in one particular direction, but at the same time it also rotates or spins on its own axis. Whenever it rotates or spins on its own axis, then definitely a magnetic dipole has been formed. And if all the electrons which are moving are spinning on their own axis, and definitely they all will produce the uh, magnetic dipole. Magnetic dipole. If this kind of electrons which are been spinning on their own axis and producing the magnetic dipole, then definitely there will be a strong magnetic field, and the direction in which the electrons are been spinning or the charges are spinning will define the direction of a magnetic field. So the third kind of electricity is called as a magnetism. So these are the three different types of electricities. The first one is called as an electrostatic or static electricity. Second one is called as an current electricity, and the third one is called as an magnetism. So now next let us try to see uh, how this particular charge bodies have been formed. How to form a charge bodies. So let us see that one. Let us see that the next topic is called as an electrification. It is called as an electrification. What is meant by electrification? Electrification, it is a method of charging a body. It means that if you are having an uncharged body or a neutral body, then how you can form that neutral body into a charged body, we call it as an electrification. It's a method of charging a body. The method of charging a body, in fact it's a neutral body is called electrification. Electrification, it is a method of charging a body. So now here there are basically three different types of electrifications. The first one is called as an friction. The first kind of electrification is called as a friction, and second one is called as a conduction, and third one is called as an induction. Third one is called as an induction. So these are the three different types of electrification. First one is a friction, second one is called as conduction, and third one is called as an electrification. So let us see now one after the another. So first one, friction. Whenever we take two uncharged bodies, or else whenever we take two neutral bodies and bring them close to each other, it means that if I try to rub both the bodies, if I make a contact between the two bodies and try to rub both the bodies, then definitely one of the body will be losing an electron and one body will be gaining the electron. The body which loses the electron will be called as a positively charged body, and the body which will gain electron is called as a negatively charged body. It means that if this particular body has lost the electrons, I call it as a positively charged body. Since this one has gained electrons, I call it as a negatively charged body. So the method of it's an electrification method by formed by the rubbing of two bodies. So that is called as a friction. So now here let me give some examples for this frictions. If I take one glass rod and rub it with silk cloth, then definitely what happens? The glass rod will be losing the electrons, so it will be formed, it acquires the positive charges, and the silk will be gaining the electron, it will be acquiring the negative charges. And in the same way, if I take another example like ebonite and fur, if I rub the ebonite rod with the fur, definitely the ebonite will be gaining the electron, so it will be called as a negatively charged body, and fur will be losing the electron, so it is called as a positively charged body. So those are the examples of friction. That is one type of an electrification method. So let us see now another type of electrification method, that is a conduction. Conduction is another kind of electrification method in which one neutral body is brought in contact with the charged body. It means that, let me consider there is a body which is neutral in nature here. Let me name it as A, and another body is a positively charged body. B. Let it be body B. So see now, what is meant by neutral body? Neutral body means many of the people think that it has got no charge, but in fact neutral body is a body which has got equal number of positive charges and also equal number of negative charges. So that is the meaning of neutral body. So now here this is a neutral body. Here let me consider there are 100 charges here, 100 charges. So it means that you'll be having some 50 electrons and 50 positive charges. please don't count the charges which I have put over here. It is not equal to 50 positive and 50 negative, but simply I just randomly have put some positive and negative charges. So if you are having 100 charges, it means 50 electrons and 50 positive charges. 50 positive charges. So now, if this is a body, positive charge body which has got 100 positive charges, 100 positive charges. See, it has got completely 100 positive charges. So what happens now? Once a positively charged body has brought in contact with a neutral body, then definitely this positively charged body will try to transfer the positive charges into this particular neutral body until equilibrium state has been acquired by these two bodies. It means that if, see here now, here it is 50 positive charges and here is 100 positive charges. Means that this particular positively charged body will try to transfer some positive charges into the neutral body until the equilibrium state has been acquired. What is meant by equilibrium state? Equilibrium means both the bodies should have equal number of this kind of charge, that is a positive charges. So now it means that it already has got 50 charges, positive charges here. Then if it loses some 25 charges, then it will be having 75, and then this will be gaining plus 25, it becomes 75 positive charges. So since now this both are having 75 and 75 positive charges, then this neutral body will become as a positively charged body. So until both has got equal number of positive charges, whatever may be the charged body, it can be electron or it can be protons in it or positive charges, until it has got equal number of positive charges on both the side, the transferring of charges takes place from this charged body to neutral body. So once the equilibrium has been done, what happens? This becomes a positive charged body and this is already a positively charged body. And we know that once equilibrium has been completed, then definitely what happens is that the repulsion takes place. So now it's an important objective. Conduction will precede repulsion. Conduction will precede repulsion. So it's an important objective of this particular topic. Until the equilibrium has been done, the transfer of charges takes place. Once the equilibrium state has been obtained, then the repulsion takes place. It means that conduction will precede the repulsion. So this is how and one neutral body has been converted into a charged body. So this is one kind of electrification method. So let us see now the next one. The next kind of electrification method is induction method. It is an induction method. So in the induction method, you will be having two bodies. One is a neutral body and other one is a charged body. Since they have taken positive charges, I will consider here some negative charge body. Negative charged body. So here, since it will be having some equal number of positive and negative charges, randomly I am putting some positive and negative charges here. It's a negative body, so it will be having all the electrons here, all the negative charges. So see now, what happens? Here in induction, unlike conduction, there will be no contact. It is a contactless process. It is a contactless process of electrification method. So here, once if you bring a negatively charged body nearer to the neutral body, what happens is that the charges which are present here in this particular neutral body will try to rearrange its position. They try to rearrange its position such a way that since it's a negatively charged body, all the positive charges will come to the end of this side which is closer to the negative charges, and all the charges which are in negative charges inside this one will try to move to this side, will try to move the opposite side of this particular body. It means now your diagram will become like this. So this is how what happens here. So now this part will act as a positively charged body and this is a negatively charged body. So this is how a particular neutral body is being converted or being transformed into a charged body. So this is one type of electrification method. In induction, there will be no contact between the bodies, between the neutral body and the charged body. So once here this happens, once the induction process has been completed, we see that here there's a negatively charged body and there's a positively charged body. Then the induction precedes attraction. Induction will precede attraction. Induction will precede attraction. And in induction, there will be no loss or no gain of charges. There will be no loss or no gain of charges, but whereas in the conduction, there will be loss of charges from the charged body and gain of charges into the neutral body. So these are the three different methods of electrification, or the way of charging a uncharged body. So now let us see regarding what is meant by charge and how this charge, what is the value of charge, and what are the different types of densities of charges. Electric charge. Electric charge or simply charge. Electric charge or simply charge. It is denoted by Q. It is denoted by Q. What is an electric charge? Electric charge is a fundamental property of an element which is being associated with the matter. First of all, it's a fundamental property of an element which is associated with the matter, by which it can experience or else it can produce electrical effects, or else it can experience the magnitude. So that is called as an electrical charge. Electrical charge is a fundamental property of matter or fundamental property of an element which is associated with the matter, by which it will be experiencing or producing the electrical effects and also the magnitude. So it will experience some electrical effects and also it will be producing some magnitude. So what is the magnitude of this electrical charge? The value of electrical charge is 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. So now here, as per the law of charges, this particular property of element or this particular property of element will be always experiencing some repulsion and also attraction. The repulsion or the repelling or attracting property is called as a law of charge. Law of charge is regarding repulsion and attraction. It is regarding the repulsion and attraction. The repulsion between the charges or the attraction between the charges is called as a law of charges. So how does this law of charge work? If like charges have been brought closer to each other, definitely they will be repelling. That repulsion between the like charges is called as law of charge, and the attraction between the unlike charges is also the law of charges. So it has been proposed by, this law of charge has been proposed by Charles Augustine D. Coulomb. Charles Augustine D. Coulomb. He has proposed this law of charges. Law of charges has been proposed by Charles Augustine D. Coulomb. He is a French physicist. And this law of charges is also called as Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law. Then what is the SI unit of charge? The charge unit. The SI unit of charge is Coulomb. It is also called as ampere hour. Then 1 ampere hour equal to 3600 coulomb. 1 ampere hour equal to 3600 coulomb. So this is regarding law of charges. So now let us see the different types of densities of the charges. There are three different types of densities of charges. The first one is called as linear charge density. Second one is called surface charge density, and third one is called as volume charge density. Volume charge density. So what is linear charge density? We know that it is a charge per unit area. So now it is equal to charge per length. Charge per length is called as volume charge density, which is denoted by lambda. So now what is surface charge density? So now surface charge density is denoted by sigma. It is called as charge per unit surface area. Unit surface area. Sigma is denoted by charge per unit surface area. Then what about this one? It is called as denoted by rho. It is equal to charge per unit volume. Charge per unit volume. So these are the three different types of charge density. So first one is called as a linear charge density denoted by lambda. It's a charge per length. Second one is called surface charge density. It is denoted by sigma, charge per surface area. And third one is called as volume charge density, that is called as a charge per volume, which is denoted by rho. So this is regarding the different types of charge densities. Let us see now a few properties of charge. There are three different types of properties of charge. First one is called attractive property. Second one is called as conservation of charges. Conservation of charges. And third one is called as quantization of charges. Quantization of charges. What is meant by attractive property? Let me consider one system. If there are some n number of charges, let me say in one system there are n number of charges. Let those charges be Q1, Q2, Q3, so on up to Qn. Then the total number of charge, becomes the sum of all these charges. So that is called as an attractive property of charges. So if I consider one system, if it has got some n number of charges, the sum of all the charges is called as an attractive property of charges. What is conservation of charges? Conservation is nothing else but maintaining of same amount of charges before and after the process. So it means that neither a charge can be created nor it can be destroyed. So once if a process has been taken place, then if that particular system has got equal number of charges before and after the process, we call it as a charge is being conserved. So that is called as conservation of charges. Then what about quantization of charges? Let me consider one system. If I am having one charge in that particular system, I say that the charge of that system is equal to 1 electron, If I am having a system with 2 electrons, then the 2 charges, then I can say that the charge of that system equal to 2 electron charge. Then it goes on like that. If I am having n number of charges, then the charge of that system equal to Ne. So this is the quantization of charges. The number of charges which is accumulated in a particular system is called as a quantizing or quantization of a charge. The quantum or the quantum amount of charges in a particular system is called as a quantization of a charge. So that is Q equal to N into E. So this is called as a quantization of charge. I hope you have understood different properties of charge and different charge densities, all these topics. Thank you. Thank you everyone for watching my videos. And the next part of this particular electricity, we'll be studying about what is meant by electric current and different how a particular current can be stopped or opposed, that is called as a resistance, and how to connect resistors in series and parallel. In the next video, we'll be studying about that topics of electricity. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe and share my videos for more interesting topics in the field of physics. Thank you everyone.